It's Madden NFL 24, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a couple. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
And every time you step on the field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
That's caught, Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Holding offense.
And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Gets through, and now an opening. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring it. Touchdown, Rams! Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Rams' 46-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Tua. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now 3rd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Shifts by him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and a yard. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll dump this off to Achane. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Stafford. And he caught it up! And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. That's all right, guys. All right.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This a 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach,
the Rams
thanks
got a nice
as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter
His 2
number 3.
touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Third down and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It looks like one of the DBs has it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So now here come the Dolphins. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits. And
now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will level the playing field at 17 all.
Jason
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. LA set to take over again on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 4. Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here comes Berrios. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 2 and now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. That'll bring up 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out out on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Maher able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route. And then he takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. L.A. readies for its next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The busy night continues for Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 99 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And now the rookie's free. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Tua now on 1st down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Sanders' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 6. 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's got Atwell. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Stafford now to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This is 1st and 10. Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st down. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Marr now to add the extra point. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Marr on for the extra point. And they have got the lead. span 75 yards. And it ends with a late touchdown and the ever-critical PAT, as it is now a one-point game here in the dying embers of what has been a sensational game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.